Welcome back to the English class, everyone, especially Group I2B, I3B, and I4K. Today, we are moving to another point of our lesson related to email. Before we move on, allow me to tell you the objective of the today lesson. So, after learning this lesson, you will be able to, firstly, define what an email is. Secondly, realize part of an email. And lastly, you will be able to use the idea that you have learned to write an email to your friends. Without any further delay, now let's start our lesson. So I have 7 statements here. You need to write down true or false based on your own idea. So statement number 1, if you know the recipient well, you can leave out the opening greeting and complimentary close. Complimentary close, it refers to the ending of your writing, like best wishes or lots and lots of love, all kind of this. Number 2, emoticon. So here is the sign of the symbol of emoticon. Emoticon can be used in any types of email. Number 3, to stress a word, write it in capital letter. Number 4, you should keep your message short. Number 5, it is not necessary to answer an email quickly. Number 6, you should never write something you don't want others to see. Number 7, you should try to be amusing. So, based on your own opinion, which statement is true and which statement is false. Now you use some time to think. Alright, now it's time for us to check the answer together. So have a look at statement number 1. If you know the recipient well, you can leave out the opening greeting and complimentary close. So what do you think? Is this statement true or false? Alright, so it's true that when you know the recipient well, you can leave out the opening greeting and complimentary close. However, it is still okay or polite to include a simple greeting such as hi and end with best wishes or regard, even though you know your recipient well. Go to number 2. Emoticon. Emoticon can be used in any types of email. Any types of email. Do you think that emoticon can be used in any types of email? Let's find out. So it's false. As you can see that emoticon should not be used in business email, especially formal writing. So if you use it in formal writing, it's not considered as serious or formal. In fact, it's sometimes considered as rude to use emoticon in business writing. Go to number 3. To stress a word, write it in capital letter. So, do we have to write capital letter to stress a word? What do you think in this statement? It's false. As you can see that some people consider this to be rude. So, if you want to stress on the word, you better use the word in italics. Number 4, you should keep your message short. So, should you keep your message short? What do you think? Yeah, it's true. As you can see that email are used for quick communication. It is not used for long speeches. So it should be brief and be specific. It is not necessary to answer an email quickly. So do you think that it's not necessary to answer an email quickly? It's false. It's rude not to reply quickly or promptly. If you cannot give a definitive answer, you can acknowledge receipts of the email and promise to get back as soon as possible. Number 6. You should never write something you don't want others to see. So this statement is true. Why? If other people can read the recipient email, and the recipient may forward the email to others. So that's why you should never write something you don't want others to see, because they can forward your message to the other person. You should try to be amusing. What do you think for this statement? It's false, because you cannot see the recipient. It is a form of writing. You cannot see the recipient, so there is no way that he or she will understand what you are joking. And sometimes when you try to be amusing, it can misunderstand the message as well. Alright, now let's move on to the next activity of our lesson. So here is the sample email. I would like you to read this sample email very carefully, because later on there will be some more activities for you to practice related to this email. So don't forget to focus on the numbers that I have set here. Okay, now you have some time to read this email. Alright, now let's move to our activity. The first activity related to answering the question. There are 4 questions provided here. The first question is, who is Karolak? So who is Karolak? Who is he? Who is Hartmut Swander? What does Carol want? Not what does Carol want, but what does Carol want? And the last question, why does he tell Hartmut where she works? Now let's read the sample email one more time. Alright, so here are the questions and the answers. So you can check the answer with me right now. Okay, now let's move to the last activity of our lesson today. In this part, you are required to match the part of an email from 1 to 7 that you have seen in the sample email with the section from A to G below. So, A, reason for writing. B, sender position. C, subject line. D, complimentary clause. E, sender's name. F, opening greeting. And G, how Carol know about Hartmut. So, do you think that letter A match with number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 7? Okay. Now, let's read the sample emails again and find out the answers. Alright. So now it's time to check the answer with me. Here is the key. Alright, in order to make you better understand about email writing, I would like you to write an email. Okay, so write an email to your friend to invite him or her to join your birthday party. Alright, our lesson moved to the end. Okay, thank you very much for your attention and see you for the next video clip. Thank you.